You walk into a luxury setting, well-dressed, with a healthy balance in your bank account, but inside there's a whisper, "You don't belong here. You're just a poor kid playing pretend." If that sounds familiar, that is the ghost of poverty. The harsh truth is, money can fill your pockets, but it can never heal a poor soul. Poverty isn't just about the numbers in your bank account. It's a psychological trauma rooted in your DNA. It makes you feel like an imposter, always fearful and insecure before the world. In the next few minutes, we aren't talking about money hacks. We are performing brain surgery to uproot this inferiority complex once and for all. I'm going to guide you through a roadmap to shatter the scarcity mindset in your subconscious, so you can walk into any room with your head held high. It's time to stop living in the shadow of your past. Let's begin. Let's be honest. A poverty complex is about more than just a lack of money. It's that feeling when you stand in front of someone wealthy and you instinctively feel yourself shrinking. Your voice gets a little quieter, and you're constantly worried they're judging you by your scuffed shoes or your outdated phone. In those moments, you start to believe your worth is tied directly to your bank balance. But I want you to remember this. Jesus, the owner of the entire universe, voluntarily became poor so that you could become rich. Poverty is merely a temporary state you are passing through, while wealth is your permanent identity. So how do you reprogram your brain right now? You apply the mirror technique every time insecurity kicks in. First, recognize. When you feel your heart racing or you feel anxious because you look poorer than the person across from you, stop for exactly 3 seconds. Next, affirm, whisper to yourself, "I stand here in the position of someone chosen by God. My empty pockets are temporary, but my value is unchangeable." And finally, shift your body language. Instead of looking down, pull your shoulders back and look them straight in the eye. This is incredibly effective because once you accept that you have ultimate backing from above, your brain stops producing fear hormones and starts triggering confidence. You'll stop performing to look rich and start radiating the composure of someone who already has everything. Why does this matter so much? Because a poverty complex is like a hole in your wallet. You can earn a ton of money, but if that hole is still there, your wealth will always leak out through poor decisions made just to prove yourself to others. Redefining your identity is how you patch that hole. When you no longer feel inferior, you make smarter investments and stop overspending on a fake lifestyle just to impress people. This is the solid foundation for building lasting wealth. Understanding who you are gives you 50% of the victory in this psychological war. But I have to warn you, many people still live in fear every day. You know you have value, but every time you look at a rent bill or a bank balance that isn't where you want it to be, your heart still clenches with anxiety. That's because you've only changed your status on the outside, but you haven't healed the hunger deep in your subconscious. And if you don't combine your identity with this next secret, your confidence will stay fragile. It will collapse at the first sign of a financial hurdle. In the next part, I'm going to show you how to completely extinguish the fear of lack, so you can walk with a mindset that never runs dry. There is a strange paradox in the world of wealth. Many people earn good money, even substantial amounts, yet they live in constant fear. Fear of losing it, fear of not having enough, fear that one day they'll wake up back in the poverty of their past. Psychology calls this a scarcity mindset, but I call it phantom hunger. It's like being physically full, yet your brain keeps sending hunger signals because of the trauma of past deprivation. But you aren't alone in this financial journey. When you believe that God, the source of the universe's infinite resources, is watching over you, you stop acting like someone in need. You lack nothing, not because you have billions in the bank, but because you are connected to a supply that never runs dry. So, how do you actually live with an "I lack nothing" mindset when the rent is due and bills are piling up? You practice an exercise I call the abundance count. Every time that "I'm so poor" anxiety hits, instead of looking at what you lack, immediately name 3 things you have that money can't buy, or things you once prayed for but now possess. Maybe it's a healthy body, a loyal friend, or even the phone you're using to watch this video right now. When you declare "I lack nothing," you send a powerful signal to your subconscious. Your brain shifts from survival mode into creative mode. In this state, you become calm and start recognizing far more opportunities. Sustainably wealthy people always make decisions from a place of peace, not panic. This is the golden key to the whole picture, because wealth is a frequency. If you are constantly broadcasting lack and poverty, you will only attract more lack into your life. Practicing the "I lack nothing" mindset aligns you with abundance. You cannot build a wealthy future on a bankrupt psychological foundation. When you feel enough, you gain the composure to seize the massive opportunities that the desperate always miss. By redefining your identity and healing your anxiety, you've already covered 2/3 of the journey to escaping that complex. However, here is the cold, hard truth. If you just sit there feeling full, you'll easily fall into the trap of stagnation. The world keeps moving, and real-world pressures still exist. If you don't have a powerful engine to turn that faith into tangible results, like a home, assets, or a career, then that peace is just an illusion. In this final part, I'm giving you the tactical weapon that turns mental strength into action. Because without action, everything we've discussed is just theory. I'm going to show you how to do the impossible, even when the world tells you that you can't. Living in poverty for a long time leaves behind a heavy scar: self-limitation. When faced with a big opportunity, a high-paying job, or a bold project, the brain of someone with a poverty complex immediately hits the alarm. "I can't do this. I'm not qualified. That world isn't for someone like me. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." This doesn't mean you suddenly have superpowers. It means your resources are not limited to what you currently possess. When you are exhausted, when you are terrified, there is a massive backup battery from the Creator, always ready to empower you. You don't have to be good enough from the start. You just need the courage to take the first step, and you will find the strength you need right when you need it most. So, how do you actually use this power when facing real-world challenges? Here is the method I always apply. When you're about to do something big and that feeling of inferiority hits, don't try to force yourself to look strong. Just admit it. Yes, on my own, as the poor kid I used to be, I can't do this. But with the strength God provides, nothing is impossible. Instead of standing still in fear, take one small action toward your goal. The moment you start moving, that strength begins to flow. You will find yourself smarter, calmer, and more decisive than you were yesterday. If you feel abundant in your mind but are too afraid to act, your wealth will forever remain on paper. This teaching is what transforms an insecure person into a tactical person. When you master this, you no longer see barriers. You only see milestones waiting to be crossed. I know we've discussed some things today that aren't easy to face. Admitting that you carry a poverty complex takes immense courage. And staying here until the end to find healing shows incredible resilience. The truth is, you are already miles ahead of those who are still trapped in fear and pressure. You've chosen the most sustainable path there is. Building wealth from within. If these insights have brought a spark of light into your life, please hit subscribe. Don't think of it as just a button. Think of it as a way for us to stay connected in a sea of noisy, chaotic information. Together, we are building a community of self-reliant individuals, people who build their lives on a solid foundation, not on shifting sand. I'm truly curious. After watching this, what challenges are you still facing? Don't hesitate to leave a comment below. I'll be there to help you navigate through them. And finally, don't let a poverty complex rob you of your joy for one more day. I turn off this video, stand tall, and walk out there as someone who truly knows their worth. Thank you for spending your time with me. I'll see you in the next video where we will continue writing even more glorious chapters together.